bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. September is observed as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and the local organization charged with leading the education campaign has announced plans for this year's observance. The US2 group will continue its screening clinic, among other activities. Chapter leader, Dr. Andrew Moxie.
During this time, we tend to rededicate ourselves to the task of education, support, and advocacy in our efforts to help eradicate prostate cancer. At this time, we also simultaneously honor the memories of those whom we have lost to the disease. As we recognize how directly family is impacted when one of our men is diagnosed with prostate cancer, and as we are also keenly aware of the critical role that family plays in patient recovery, we have decided to retain our theme from last year, which was the prostate cancer battle, a family affair.
Now, US2 member Don Mitchell says while screenings in the past have been free of charge, they are asking those who can afford to pay a $10 fee to do so. He says the organization plans to screen 1,000 men, and the total cost is $23,500. He adds that US2 has raised some $15,000 to date, but that is not sufficient.
The number of men that we are screening every year is increasing from 89 to 350 to 600, and we're planning for 800 to 1,000 this year. The amount of the donations we are receiving is not increasing. It was okay in 89. We broke even in 2011. It was okay at 89. We broke even in 2012. 2013, we didn't raise quite enough money before the event, but we had some funds coming afterwards. We're looking this year that it might be 1,000 men. We are fundraising from the corporate sponsors.
Now, Mitchell says while they're charging a small fee this year, those who cannot afford to pay will not be turned away. The prostate screening clinic will be held September 12th and 13th. The Department of Social Services did its part this summer break to provide young people on Grand Bahama with wholesome activities. The participants received a special charge from the Deputy Director during the closing ceremony. Young people in the Western District were taught many life lessons along with practical skills. Deputy Director of Social Services Lillian Quant-Forbes challenged the participants to stay focused.
Use what you've learned to help others. Now, some of you were taught how to build, how to do some carpentry. Some of you were taught how to sew and how to crochet, how to recycle. All of those things are very important to where you are going to in your lifetime.
Quant-Forbes also encouraged the campers to be good law-abiding citizens and to join in the fight against crime.
Each of you know what is right and what is wrong. Each of you have a voice. You know when that sound go off in your head and you say, "Man, my brother doing wrong here. Something ain't right." And the police is supposed to be what? Our friends, eh? And the police supposed to report crime to the police. And so in the absence of the police, you report crime to adults.
Police Inspector Sidney Roll telling the young people to avoid criminal activity, noting that honesty is the best policy.
Once you start those little things at home, it will spread abroad. You will come into the schools and someone have their lunch money. You see it lying around or it's in the bag, then you decide to move it. What are you becoming? A good one. And then it means then, sooner or later, you're going to end up in the hands of the law. Very well.
The 6th annual Reach Out Ministries Back to School Fun Day was a true community event. Ricardo Lightbourne has more.
The grounds of the Reach Out Ministry on Banyan Lane was a buzz of activity for the 6th annual Back to School Fun Day. The boys were treated to haircuts, and that's that fresh look for school. The girls were treated to hair braiding and lots of girl talk. Pressures of the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King partnered with the back-to-school effort, and Ellen Romer said it was heartwarming.
For 5 years now, Christ the King has partnered with Reach Out Ministry to provide back-to-school supplies for the children of Garden Villas and surrounding areas. And we've had persons from our church, and the church, of course, who have made donations to make this possible.
The Rotary Club of Freeport worked to distribute the snow cones and goodies for the children.
The Rotary Club of Freeport chose to be here offering free snow cones and popcorn, and it's just a delight to be here with these children.
Dudley say it was taken by the gesture for the children in the Freeport area.
We had over 1,000 backpacks, books, pencils for the kids in the inner city area. It went well. This is the first year we did it at the Reach Out Community Center. But I would take my hat off to Christ the King, who partnered along with us. But just to put a smile on these kids' face, Ricardo, it gave me joy to see how many kids came out here. They got their hair braided, they got their hair cut, they got health screening. But today is a good day that the kids will go back to school with some new supplies and ready for the school year.
Backpacks, books, pencils, new haircuts, and braids. These kids are ready for school on Monday. Ricardo Lightborn, ZNS Network News.
And that's our Northern Edition tonight. On behalf of the entire team,
I'm glad I see her going to China. I'm Ricardo.
all the best to see you. I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Bye,